It was
No,
good.
man. I mean, part of it is the fighting the instinct for survival to not talk about shit, to just
Right.
hide under a fucking rock and till it blows away. I mean, it's been I think a decade since most of my actions took place. It's been forever. Like, this shit's never gonna leave me. It's always gonna be with me. I don't. I mean, I'm sure it's bad enough having a story come out about you. It's another thing when you're you know when it's vivid, when there's a video or many videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it probably a lot easier than the other half did. I can't imagine how she even got through it at all. But I mean, so I tell all those stories about Titus and not accepting multiple roles in WWE, not to point out that I'm a complete idiot, which I am, but more to point out that I was just distracted the whole time. I had ulterior motives at all times. Like I was backstage at shows and not getting in with the boys like I should have been because I was not interested. Like I was just thinking about sex and shit that I could do and ways to explore that whole endless pit of darkness.
You had a good creative mind.
Fuck yeah, I put it to use. Some of it made the camera, some of it did not.
Hey, you go through life one time. You got choices in life. And when I die, when I croak, did you do this? Hell yeah. Would you do it again? Fuck yeah.
I do firmly believe that if you haven't been through hell, that you don't know what life's about, and certainly gained some perspective on that.
So you were saying like
you
were more worried about like trying to find somebody to hook up with for that night or whenever than focus on wrestling, basically. Like it became bigger than wrestling. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. And especially, I mean, it gets more confusing. You got to be more locked in by the time you get up there, man. And I was less locked in than ever. And it would get frustrating trying to find shit to do for the company and not being able to find those avenues. And it was much easier to kind of just go the other direction and think about shit that I had a little more control over. But I would be on the road. I'd be, because you got to get there at like 2 and you got all day. And if you're not doing anything on the show, you really got all day. I'd go off and find a suite to sit in up in the arena somewhere. Mm-hmm. I'd just hide out and get on one of those apps.
Oh yeah.
And see who was in town. That's how I'd spend a good couple hours up there just by myself, sitting in this fancy suite that someone's going to pay $1,000 for to sit in later. And I'm just by myself, not part of the company at all. Just getting more and more lost by the week, get more frustrated by the week.
Looking at hookup apps.
Yeah.
Big gold and a billfold, so swole that I can't get the shit closed. So I money fold and rubber band wrap, and when it pops.